What a beautiful day. Let's log into YouTube and check on my favorite channel. What the fuck? No new video in 2 months. My day is now ruined.
Alright, I know what you're going to say. This is just another idol anime out there. But I promise you that this is not one at all. Kind of. Look, hear me out. Compared to your typical idol shows, your Boy Kongming, actual translation by the way, has way more to offer than just singing and terrible CGI. At first you have no idea what you're about to watch, but it goes over your head as you enjoy it more and more. It is probably one of the best shows from last year that might have gotten looked over as well. But before we get on with the show, I wanted to say that this opening is a certified banger. The sound is great along with the imagery that is used, which is just to make me feel like I'm listening to some 80s Japanese pop fused with EDM, and it just sounds great. I will keep it mostly spoiler free, so should you watch it.
Yeah, baby!
Starting with our protagonist, Kongming, the greatest tactician during the Three Kingdoms era of China, and he just so happens to appear in modern-day Japan after dying to an illness. He's intelligent, persuasive, thoughtful, and most important of all, a great rapper. People that first see him just think that he's cosplaying and don't even bat an eye about anything, especially how he's Chinese and somehow speaks fluent Japanese for no apparent reason. Nani? The only one that questions him is the manager at the club he works, but only about Kongming himself and the decisions he made, not anything else. Even after being thrown into a completely different era, he quickly adapts and overcomes anything that is new to him. Most of the time, he spends developing strategies and making connections in order to make Eiko's dream happen, little by little. Not only is his IQ at a genius level, but his conversational skills are also shown to captivate people around him. I won't spoil much of him, but know that he is a one-of-a-kind character in what seems to be or look like a typical show. Now moving on to Eiko, the star of the show and the one who dreams to become a famous world idol. We meet her when Kongming pops into a club where she happens to be singing. Using her voice, she gains Kongming's attention and inspires him to use his intellect for her. At first, she's just your typical hard worker who believes to have no talent or confidence to succeed with her dream. She's also a fun character who is always confused at his plans and has no idea how far he thinks in the future. Watching her grow in the show never gets old, since who can get tired of a cute anime girl succeeding? Honestly, the more you get hooked, the more you root for her and wish to see her wish come true, just as Kongming and the manager do. Now, let's talk about Kaveh, who for me is the best character in the show. When you first meet him, he is a shell of his former self, crumbling under pressure from his own talent. He is his own story, and many of you can probably relate to him, especially the part about the girls. Looking at him confront his own fears and surpass himself is alone worth watching the show. He also provides us with some of the best moments in it, like battling Kongming himself or hanging out with his bros in a typical afternoon. All in all, this show is more of a great comedy with some slice of life and idol parts added to it. From the characters to the environment and the story, it is definitely worth the watch if you missed this show last year. And if you're more of a reader, you will be happy to know that the manga has more than enough chapters to keep you busy until that second season drops. Anyways, thanks for watching.
Wake up, baby Phoenix.